All right, Coach, obviously not the way you wanted that one to end, but your girls fought hard until the end. You kind of sustained some runs from them, found your way back in the game. How did you feel just about the way your team fought in this game and ultimately ended up coming up short?
I do think that we showed some really good signs of competitiveness. I also think we showed some signs of really lack of maybe determination. So we were kind of up and down a little bit, but for the most part, yeah, we did a great job of kind of closing that gap. I think we were down by like 13 at one point in the second, and we were able to get it to 4. And I thought we were right there and maybe could turn the corner. And unfortunately, we came down and turned the basketball over and ended up fouling. So, I think that this is an inexperienced team, my team, and I think understanding the game. I've got to do a better job of helping them understand time and score, understand, those stops, understand when you need a basket and, knowing who the hot hand was, where it should go back to. So, that part is definitely on me and things we can get better at.
Yeah, and defensively, it seemed like there were stops. You guys were getting stops, but there was never like the stop. You would fight back in, and then they would find a way. Like you said, you got down to 4, and then they'd make a 3 or something. There was never the stop. What was the challenge defensively with a great offensive team like that?
Well, that's just it. We know they're a great offensive team. We knew exactly what they were going to do, and really just miscues. Probably took us off the bounce more than they normally do, and I think once they got a couple of calls go their way, they just continued to do it. We were unable to get that right matchup, I guess, so to speak. Like Alyssa Nelson, she drew 10 fouls. A lot of that was just off the bounce. So, we've got to find that on-ball defender and someone who's going to lock people up, and hopefully it's still early enough for us to, somebody can assume that role. There's a lot of games left to play. But kudos to Nelson. She's definitely an experienced player and knows how to, use her body and get to the rim.
Yeah, you mentioned experience. Let's kind of turn to your experienced players and other outstanding performances by Fugate and Maxine Lohr. I mean, they really carried you. It's been kind of the weekend for them where they've really been outstanding. Just talk about their leadership and what they bring for you on a daily basis.
I think both Max and Becca are playing like seniors, right? Becca's a 4th-year senior. Maxine is a 5th-year senior, and Max didn't have a lot of minutes last year, about 6 a game on average, and now she's really carrying the weight of a lot more minutes and logging a lot more time, having to do a lot more for us, and I think she's rose to the challenge. So I like what they're doing. I have no complaints. They're really, like I said, trying to play like seniors and upperclassmen. Max is out there kind of like a traffic guard at times, dictating and helping on defense, and we need more of that. We need more maybe verbal and vocal leaders on the court, but I'm really happy for them and how they're playing, and I know that they've spent time in the off season really working, both Becca and Max, and I'm happy that they were able to go out, strong offensive game for both of them.
Yeah, and obviously not to make excuses. You guys have never made excuses, but this seemed like a game where an Ashley Bauer might have made a difference. She's obviously out with an injury, but what does she bring to the team, and how nice would it have been to have her today?
I think Ashley can do a little bit of everything for us. She obviously handles the ball for us, but she's getting her groove a little bit about her in terms of scoring and kind of picking her spots, when to shoot, when to pass. I think we were just kind of on the cusp of really her developing into that collegiate point guard role, and unfortunately she was injured, but yeah, no question, she brings some depth for us at the guard spot, and we had some players foul out, and it would have been nice to have somebody with some poise out there, and just really kind of dictating some things. So she creates things for other people too.
Yeah, now you get some extended time off, about over a week before you head to Findlay. What do you kind of want to see in practice that lets you know that you guys are ready to get back on track?
Well, I actually don't really, I want them studying, so we're going to take some time off this week as much as there's things to work on. I've asked them, like, hey, I assume that you guys know some things in terms of the game, and we've had some tight situations. I was spoiled with 6 seniors last year that were really, as freshmen, came in as savants of the game and understood time and situation, and so maybe I'm not explaining that well enough for them, or they haven't, their experience in high school and AAU maybe didn't present those things. So I got to do a better job of helping them through those, understanding the game and time and situation. But I also think that we have to get back in the gym, and we've got to work on our defense. And we scored enough points to win a game. I mean, 79 is a lot, and it's a lot for us to score. But we've got to defend, and clearly we didn't do that. We didn't do that tonight. So we have to get better.